I'm going to show you 6 beautiful evergreens that are growing in my garden that'll also look great in yours. Evergreens, as the name suggests, are plants that hold their leaves during the winter time, compared to deciduous plants like this one here that loses its leaves during the winter time. But don't worry, this will be making up for it. It's a forsythia, a burst of gold when it comes out to leaf in a few weeks' time. Now, in garden design, evergreens have a crucial role because they ensure that there is colour in the garden throughout the year. And of course, when it says evergreen, it doesn't mean that the foliage that's whole throughout the winter months has to be green. There are golden varieties, red varieties, blue, and a whole host of other different coloured leaves. Let me show you some of mine in my own garden. Now, this is my viburnum. It's my namesake as well. It's Viburnum Davidii, or Davidii. And it's a lovely plant. There's lots of different types of viburnums you get. This evergreen one here is particularly good. I'll tell you something special about this plant. We put our Christmas decorations all over the front of this because it's a lovely mound shape. And at Christmas time when we come home, this is the first thing we see lit up. It's a very special plant to me. Lovely evergreen foliage. Look at this here. Nice margins in with the veins, so you get this light colour here and with quite a rugged texture on the surface. It's very tolerant to most positions, an easy evergreen to grow. Has masses of white flower in the spring and these metallic berries during the winter months as well. But the main advantage of this is it's quite impenetrable as well. So if you want to hide your wheelie bins, this may be a particularly good choice. It's a lovely mound shape. It masks things behind, flowers and berries and green colour throughout the year. What's not to like? Not everything in evergreens are green. Let me show you something that's gold. Now have a look at this little burst of sunshine in the middle of a cold January day. This is a Euonymus Japonicus aureus. It is really something spectacular because it looks like this throughout the year. This lovely golden foliage, little marks of emerald green just in the heart. And during the winter, when it's cold, you get another touch. Little edges of pink come into the foliage as well, so you get an extra bit of colour during the winter months. But it's a lovely plant to have in a border. It's not one if you've got pets that chew and eat plants, because if you eat a lot of the foliage, it is toxic, and the berries are as well. So please, anyone with gardens where the kids or pets eat plants, it's not a good choice. But if you're just looking for something in the front of a border, it works particularly well, or in the back. Prefers a more sunnier position, of course, being a gold foliage plant, but it produces so much foliage. It can be trimmed into a short hedge if you wish. And here's a real something different, is that there are varieties called Fortunii, which very similar, one called Emerald and Gold, very similar to this, but more of a ground cover one, and one called Emerald and Gaiety, but instead of being gold, it's got tinges of silver on the outer side of the leaf. And as that creeps, if it hits a wall or a fence, it'll grow up and become a climber as well. So Euonymus, although the berries can be a bit toxic and you don't want to be eating the foliage, but if you're looking for something for all year round colour and bright, interesting foliage, it's a really good choice. But not all evergreens leaves are traditional oval shapes. There are some that are a lot more exciting. Look at this. Now, how about this for a really different shape of leaf? Look at it. It's almost like a sword blade, isn't it? Just gorgeous. And isn't nature marvellous? It is in fact a variegated Phormium. New Zealand flax is its common name. And it's not just gold and green as this one is here. You can get them pinker varieties, redder mix, and a whole host of different colours. And the leaf itself is gorgeous. I mean, isn't nature marvellous? Those lines all the way down the centre of the leaf, and the value of this plant is significant. Not only does it look as if it could be a tie, but the material used from this, which is flax, used for making clothing, is usually the inside of very high-end ties. If you go to a very big tie specialist and you turn a tie inside out, there's a bit of material, it's flax. from this particular plant, because this plant was used, because of its leaves and the ability to weave them, into making baskets and clothing back in the day. But here it has a significant advantage in garden design, mainly because of its architectural shape. Let me just explain it. Normally it's all upright like this, but we've recently had a snowfall which has weighed the foliage down during the winter, but it will come back a bit, certainly when the new growth comes into the spring. So it has a marvellous architectural shape. It gives a lot of texture in borders as well. It's evergreen, and because of the sensational colouring of the leaf and the very unusual shape and the structure of the plant, it adds something sharp to the garden. Now here's a real performer in the garden. This is Aucuba Japonica, otherwise known as spotted laurel. It's a member of the laurel family, so it's not the type of plant you want to be eating the berries or eating the leaves of course. But if you wanted a very interesting hedge or a very bright, colourful shrub, certainly as I've got it here with the brickwork behind me here of the barn, it really offsets it. I've actually planted it in where there's a gravel driveway. I dug out some soil, so I've actually planted it into a very sort of hard brick and gravel area, and it's given me a lovely soft, warm colours from its foliage. Slightly waxy, the leaves are themselves, but look at the detail. The splashes of gold with emerald green backing. And remember, it's this colour throughout the year. So if you're looking out of the window into your own back or front garden and everything looks like twigs, you need plants like this to give you that brush of colour every day of the year. It's a lovely habitat, gets to quite a large size shrub, can be trimmed into position, but it's a very high performer of colour. Now it is a member of the laurel family, so you don't want to be eating the leaves or the fruit of this plant, certainly not. But there is a plant that you can eat the leaves. In fact, it's a staple diet if you like stews and curries. And here it is, a very famous culinary plant. I know it as Laurus nobilis, but you'll know it as bay. And the bay leaves here you can take off and use in your coq au vins, in your beef bourguignons, your stews or your curries, and oh, the fragrance. Oh, it's such a lovely plant, and look at these lovely green leaves that stay green throughout the year. You can grow this as a big shrub in the garden. You can trim it into a hedge. Here I've got them trimmed, into a ball at the top, almost like a lollipop, with the stem here as well, and they stand as sentinels outside the front door here. I've also got one over at the stable door as well. As you can see, the buds here just waiting for the flowers to open. It's a really high giving plant, looks great all year round, can be trimmed into all sorts of different shapes, and you can use the foliage when you're cooking. The key thing with bay when you're cooking is it doesn't break down into a soft leaf. It still remains as a hard leaf. So before you serve it, always take the bay leaves out. But what a beautiful plant. Like all the plants I've shown you so far, the foliage is quite soft and touchable. Not the next one. Take a look at this. And look at this. This is the Mahonia. Ooh, and it is a bit spiky, as you can see from the foliage. And Mahonia and holly and many other spiky leaf plants not only look great, but they're also good protectors in the garden. So if you've got a spot in the far corner where you think if any burglars come, they're going to jump over that part of the fence, this is a pretty good deterrent to put into position. But the spikiness gives it a sort of an architectural and quite chic effect in the garden, because the foliage is very different. There's a couple of varieties. One Mahonia, Mahonia Japonica, slightly wider leaf, and there's Charity, which is slightly thinner. And it gives a real spectacular leaf shape. So as you can see here, it does eventually produce a very large size shrub. So it really plays an important part. If you want a lot of impact at the back of the garden to keep green all year round, it's a pretty good choice. You can get these from garden centres all over the country. They're pretty easy to find. So you get spectacular foliage, lovely flowers, followed by berries, and you get this effect all year round. And even when it snows, when you see in some gardens and they've got a lovely snowscape, the way the snow holds onto these leaves that are opposites all the way down makes it a really interesting plant during those snowy times. So I think Mahonia certainly goes in my top 6 evergreen plants from my garden that you may wish to grow in your own garden. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. And also, you can subscribe to my channel for more great content like this and turn on your notifications, and I'll let you know when the next new video comes along.